right, Shalom. Shalom. We the Brothers of Great Millstone Church in Birmingham, Alabama. And as always, want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Ruach Kodash. Yeah, in the ancient Hebrew tongue, that would be the correct name of the Heavenly Father, His beloved Son, and the Holy Spirit. I also want to give double honors to our teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the men who we believe through faith, to be raised up here in these latter days to bring forth this gospel in its purest form. I also want to give honors to you brothers out there that's laboring in His work, continually pushing out this gospel in all true faith and sincerity. And shalom to you believers out there, the Akim, as well as the Akwaf, which would consist of you brothers and sisters that subscribe to this truth as well. So yeah, we back, once again in the spirit, empower Yahweh by Shema Shah. And the title of this sitting right here is going to be The Never-Ending Story, because as it concerns, all these characters, even the other nations, which would be the, what would you call it, the supporting cast, and the theatrics of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. Then you have the main characters, which is Jacob and Esau, all right? Well, guess what? This story is a continuing story. Now, you're going to have certain characters that's going to die off. You know how you have a movie, someone die off, but that doesn't dictate, the overall theme of the movie, So, first and foremost, when you hear this phrase, the end of the world, all right, that's what we're going to focus on before we really get into this. The end of the world. When you hear that phrase, you can stumble at that because instinctively, you'll be, especially those amongst you who are not in the know, that phrase is concerning the entire planet Earth. Like one day, the entire planet Earth is going to blow up, whether it's from so-called natural disaster in the form of a tsunami or earthquake or even World War. You're going to cause the entire planet to blow up, or a damn asteroid or a comet hit the planet Earth and blow up, all right? What you got to realize, the end of the world, that phrase, the end of the world, is dealing with a certain system. We're going to go to the blue letter.
Okay, kind.
All right, go ahead. Go to the blue letter real quick. We in Proverbs? Ecclesiastes.
Yeah,
let's get that in the blue letter real quick, just to set the tone for this lesson. To prove that the planet Earth will always be here. Pretty much the planet Earth is the stage where where the rulership of different empires and kingdoms is played. When you go back to the Assyrian Empire, the Babylonian Empire, the Medo-Persian Empire, Roman Empire, and this current system, the beast system, well, what's the common thread? It was all here on the planet Earth. It wasn't one kingdom on the planet Mars or no shit. It was all here on the planet Earth. And it's the same with the kingdom of heaven. All right? The next system that's going to be ushered in when this place of America is destroyed, when the end of this current world comes in play. So go ahead, I'll
trying to wait till it load up.
Okay,
we're going to read it.
Yeah, go ahead and read it.
Yeah,
I'll see if I can get it right here.
This is Ecclesiastes 1 and 4. It said, one generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever.
Yeah, you got that.
Generation was, we're going to get the blue letter right there. So, pretty much at the end of the day, the earth still going to stand still, be here, man. It ain't like the Lord just created the planet Earth and then going to destroy it. And no, man, this is also known as Eden, man, paradise, man. Why would you get rid of paradise, man? It's just the one who's ruling right now. That's the one that's going to be passed. That's the one that got to pass away, man.
So read it one more time.
This is Ecclesiastes 1 and 4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh.
So the scripture said, one generation passeth away, and another generation cometh. Now I got the definition for this word generation right here. It says period. Generation, habitation. See, so one period or a time, click on this word period real quick. See what it gives us real quick. Okay, this is the definition for the word period. It says a length or portion. See, a length or portion of time. See that? So read that again.
Time. It says one generation passeth away.
Or one period of time passed away. See? Go ahead.
And another generation coming.
Or one period of time coming, or portion, right? Go ahead.
But the earth abideth forever.
But the earth will always be here.
Yep.
Okay? So one generation cometh and one generation goeth, but the earth abideth forever. And again, the word generation pretty much translates to a period of time. You know, a time of a certain rulership.
Yep.
See?
And I say something too. Yeah, because when you dig into history, you pretty much categorize everything about certain rulership that was in power during that time, man.
Yeah.
And say, well, this happened during the Roman,
Roman
Empire. This was during the Empire. That's why. That's what you measure time on, was during these different rulerships.
Yep, Khan. You're right. Yep. So,
yeah, I got something real quick.
Go
Matter of
ahead.
fact, this is 2 Esdras 4:37. But by measure have he measured the time.
right, by measure have he measured the time. Meaning each rulership had a certain a portion to rule. All right, go ahead.
It says, and by number have he numbered the times. He doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled.
Right, so until the time is set where it's going to come to a closure, if you will, whatever particular kingdom or empire which is in power at that time, the Lord ain't going to disturb it. He's going to run his course, you know, just like right here with the so-called white man. You know, but when that time, that very moment, you know, the day, the month, the year, the minute, the second, the Lord is going to abruptly interrupt this rule. Okay? So you got something?
Yeah, Khan. This is the book of Job 14.
These are determined that's dealing with this current system. Go ahead.
The number of his months are with thee.
Right. The Lord is in control rule. All right? Go ahead.
It says, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Right. So thou has appointed his bounds where he cannot pass. All right? So with that established, let's get 2 Esdras, the 6th chapter.
Come.
All right, go ahead.
Come, yeah, this 2 Esdras 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the time?
Pardon asunder of the times. And again, the time symbolizes the rulerships. All right? The prophet Ezra wanted to know, what signs we going to have to see when this current rulership is going to come to its end, and the next rulership is going to be ushered in. Go ahead.
Yep, kind. It says, when shall be the end of the first?
Right. When shall be the end of this current system? All right? Go ahead.
In the beginning of it that follows.
Now, and you might say, well, hold up. Ezra is not talking about this time period. He's talking about, well, let's get 2 Esdras 1 and 37 real quick. Let's prove that Ezra was prophesying about this time period when he said, when shall be the end of the first. He was speaking concerning when shall be the end of this current rulership. Go ahead.
2 Esdras 1 and 37. I take to witness the grace of the people to come.
Oh, see? Hold on, read that again.
Come. It says, I take to witness the grace of the people to come.
Right, so he's talking about a people that's going to come after him. He was talking about this generation. Because this is the generation where we're going to receive grace, man. See? Read it again.
Come. It says, I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness.
See, and that's us. Go ahead.
And though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit they believe the thing that I say.
So what generation they talking about? They're talking about right now, man. Okay? So when you go back to 2 Esdras 6 chapter.
Kind, 2 Esdras 6 and 7 again. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times?
Right, so he was talking about this time. Okay? Go ahead.
Or when shall be the end of the first,
The end of this society.
and the beginning of it that follows.
In the beginning of the kingdom of heaven. That what he was inquiring about. Continue on.
God, it says, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born.
Oh, so you see who the two main characters are. All right? This is who the storyline is built around. Read that again.
God, it said, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him.
And who is Jacob and Esau? Jacob will be the progenitor, the forefather of Israel, the so-called Negro Native Americans out there. Esau would be the progenitor of the so-called white people. And that's why you got a lot of people wondering, why is there a friction there? You know, why the so-called white, why is there such a history there? You know, betwixt Jacob and Esau. Why was there a time period where these devils showed their disdain for you and their hatred so much till they didn't want you to drink out the same damn water fountain. That's spiritual right there, man.
Yep.
Who can hate somebody that much, man? They didn't want you to walk in the same door as them. You had to walk in the back door, man. See, if you really think about that, man, that's real hatred. Oh, they didn't even want you to use the same fucking toilet. Now, the toilet is where your waste go. God damn.
Yep. Yep.
You shit and piss in the toilet. Excuse me, you know? But they didn't even want you to use the same toilet. So that's that perpetual hatred, okay, that the so-called white man has for you. And it all goes back to the struggle between Jacob and Esau. Matter of fact, read that again up. And you got a precept? You got Genesis? Yeah. Get that. That's spirit. Go ahead.
God, it's 2nd Ezra 6 and 8. It says, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him.
Why is those guys mentioned? Because that's what it's all about. Yeah. And this is that time period. This is the time where one another again. Jake at the bottom. We at the forefront of these news stories concerning an unarmed black man gets shot by a cop. Oh, the coronavirus.
Yep.
The powers that be have made the boogeyman of the coronavirus you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man.
This is the book of Genesis 25. I'm going to start at verse 24. This is in her days were to be fulfilled. It's like this Genesis 25. I'm going to start at verse 21. It says, and Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren. The Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived. And the children stuck together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
Oh, 2 nations are in thy womb. Go ahead.
And 2 manner of people.
And 2 manner of people. That's why if you see Esau dance and Jacob dance, you're going to see that contrast, you know. 2 manner of people is in your womb. Yep. All right? Esau want to go out and fucking explore. Oh, that's why when you see these when animal attack documentaries, there's always a damn Edomite. Yep. Y'all saw the it was the video. Did y'all see the one with that bear ripped this dude face off, man? Yeah. Fucking Edomite. Oh, and through my feed, my news feed, it's this fucking devil. He got a damn pet puma, man. In the thumbnail, the puma up under the bed looking like he's ready to attack. Yeah. And it's crazy devil. His name's Puma, yeah.
Puma Messi.
The Puma gonna rip this motherfucker apart. Or it was this one chick, it's several incidents of this, they getting these pet monkeys. And them goddamn monkeys bite their nose off. Each and every one of the monkeys. Trust me, you're alright? That's 2 manner of people. Jake don't play like that. Jake still fucking duck, man. Jake be like, hey, get the fuck out of here, man. Go ahead.
It's Genesis 25, verse 23 again. It says, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated.
Oh, the key word shall be what?
Shall be separated.
Shall be separated. Go ahead.
From thy bowels.
So it was never really meant for us to coexist with these devils. That's why it's always going to be friction. You know? And you got simple Jakes that feel like all Edomites ain't bad, and it's under the pretense, the false pretense of your co-worker. He cool. You know what I mean? Or some bitch at Walmart, you know, the cashier cool with you at the checkout line. They don't understand the magnitude of this drama between Jacob and Esau. See, but we read it. Go ahead.
It says, in the one people shall be stronger than the other.
Right, and that when we come in at, we much stronger than these devils. That's why they need a weapon. That's why they need a sword. Yeah. So go ahead. That was it on that? Oh no, there's more on that. What's the like?
On verse 24, it says, and when her days were to be delivered or fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
Go ahead.
And the first came out red all over, like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau.
Right, so who is this one that's red all over? That would be the so-called white man. All right? And rightfully called, so-called, because you're not white. You know, your t-shirt is white. The clouds in the sky is white. The paper that you write on will be white. This man is red, meaning his blood show forth. His skin is translucent. whenever he showed any emotions, he turned red. All right, go ahead.
It says, and after that came his brother. There came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
His hand took hold on Esau's heel, and that's what we read right here in 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter. And that's symbolic, meaning we're on your heels. We're going to be the ones that's going to replace, this current rulership. We would be the next ones, starting with our Lord Yahushua, of course, leading the charge, as well as the 144,000 will be the next rulers to govern over the planet Earth. Because that's what Esau thinks. And even a lot of you Jakes, you believe that if the so-called white man is not ruling, then it won't be a rulership. Or even if you believe that the so-called white man is going down, you think that that's the end of the world. That's the end of mankind as you know it. No, man. After this man go down, that's only the beginning. All right? There's a vast future out there for Israel, and that's what we're going to go into in this lesson. So continue out.
Continuing on in verse 26, it says, and his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 60 years old when she bare him. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter.
Right. Yeah, so you know what? That's what we want right there, all right? So now let's go back.
All right, 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 8 again. It said, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Yep, see that? We just read that. All right? Go ahead.
For Esau is the end of the world.
For Esau is the end of the world. Okay? Now we just looked up the definition for that word world.
Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
So the scripture says Esau is the end of the world. Now real quick, I'm going to look up this word world real quick. In the New Testament, right? So this word world, you perceive to be talking about just the planet Earth, The word world have different meanings to it. Now this is the word world right here in the Greek, all right? Ion, or you could pronounce it as Eon, okay? And it says an unbroken age, perpetuity of time. Now let's go to the main. Period of time or age. Period of time or age. Now you know where I got this word from? I'm finna get the precept now. This is the book of... Matter of fact, get it up.
All right, come on. Yeah, this is St. Matthew 4 and 3. It says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And with the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world.
And of the end of the world. That's that age-old phrase that's been thrown around. It's the end of the world. And again, the definition for world right there is period of time. So they were asking, when would the end of this time be? Or this rulership, the Romans, which has continued to this very day in the form of this beast system. The European Union. That's nothing more than an extension or a revival of the Roman Empire. So they was inquiring of our Lord 2,000 years ago, when will it be the end of this time? When will it be finally the end of these devils ruling? See? So when you go back to 2nd Ezra.
Back in 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. It says, for Esau is the end of the world.
So that's the answer right there. They're the end of the world. Go ahead.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. See that? Meaning, after this current system is passed, this current system is overthrown, and it comes to its end, has ran its course, reached its climax, however you want to frame it, the world to come, okay, the world to come, which is the rulership of Israel, is going to be forever. That's going to be an ending story, which brings me to Isaiah, the 45th chapter. Let's get that out. So this rulership that's on the horizon, the kingdom of heaven, this is going to be a perpetual rulership, man. Your rule, or a quick reign, a flash in the pan, Which when you go, matter of fact, give me Revelation, the 20th chapter. Go ahead, Al.
This is Isaiah 45:17. It said, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord.
Right, so Israel will be saved in the Lord. Go ahead.
With an everlasting salvation.
Oh, with a what?
An everlasting salvation.
With an everlasting salvation, man. Okay, continue.
You shall not be ashamed nor confounded. World without end.
World without end, man. Meaning this is going to be a vast rulership that's going to go beyond. That's why, we were speaking on this a couple of days ago. We have been called to believe in the unbelievable. First and foremost, it's not like we was in the kingdom before. Yeah, we know that rulership is stretching to beyond the universe. You can't comprehend that. So it's not like what we want. It's not like can't wait to get back to the kingdom. No, man. The Lord designed you to want the kingdom. Man. Even though you can't fathom, your mind can't grasp, can't comprehend the idea of eternity, man. And that's what makes this doctrine far beyond the strength of anything else out there, man. And what we was called to believe, man, this is heavy. Only a higher power can design you, put you in a certain spirit to even sit in these councils, man. Because again, if you was to ear hustle this, you would say, man, these dudes crazy. Matter of fact, you got something?
Yeah, kind.
Give what you got and give me, go ahead and give me 1 Corinthians 2nd chapter.
God, this is Ecclesiastes 18:10. As a drop of water unto the sea, and as a gravel stone in comparison of the sand, so are 1,000 years to the days of eternity.
Yeah, so are rulership or reign that has been raised up on the planet Earth, man. It pales in comparison to this kingdom that anticipates. Give me Romans the 8th chapter. Go ahead.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians 2 and verse 9.
Nah, start at like 14.
All right, because it's 1 Corinthians 14. It says, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High.
Right, so this doctrine, this idea is spiritual. This ain't for just the average. Hey, this is not even just for the Israelite. I don't care if you know that you're an Israelite. This is not for you, man. This is for the elect of the nation of Israel. Those who have been groomed to be the next rulers of the planet Earth. And you have to be built, you have to be wired a certain way. Guess what, man? You don't know what it feels like to experience eternity. You ain't wired that way. See? Go ahead.
It says, read again, it says,
like, this is foolishness unto you people out there. Again, if you was to ear hustle these teachings, you stumble across this doctrine, you'll make mockery of it. In some cases, people have laughed up to scorn. Men. You know what I mean? But yet, we're boasting, Yahweh Shema Shah, of course, all right, that there's a kingdom prepared for us which will be perpetual. Man, no spirit on the planet Earth is able to digest that concept. See? That's why anybody can't come into this. You got to constantly thank Yahweh Shema Shah that he opened you up, he saw fit to, reveal this marvelous light unto you, and as well as us. Go ahead, Al.
It says, neither can he know them.
Right, neither can he know this. You can't, well, that word know goes back to having knowledge of. You can't have knowledge of, you can't sit down in these sittings, these gatherings, man. You can't partake in this wise counsel unless the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah has rested upon you. Go ahead.
It says, neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned.
Go ahead.
It says, but he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judge of no man.
Go ahead.
For who have known the mind of the Lord?
Right. Who have known the mind of the Lord? Meaning, who know these scriptures? This is somewhat of a diary. This is the Lord sharing some of his most intimate thoughts and plans with us, which the Lord have came up with a thought in his mind of how a kingdom should be. That's what this is all about. The Lord thought in his mind, hey, this is how a real kingdom would be. It would be perpetual. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Read again. It says, for who hath known the mind of the Lord that he may instruct him? For we have the mind of a Mashiach.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
God, this is Romans 8:18. It says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time.
Right, this present world, because being here coexisting with your enemies is a form of suffering, man. Hey, if you're in the right spirit, man, you're not, man, you vexed, man. You vexed.
Yep.
Yeah, you might have your moments. You know, you might have a genuine chuckle here and there. But, man, for the most part, you vexed. Why? Because this present society, this present system has been off of the defense of Israel. That's why the scriptures say in Revelation the 18th chapter how she was drunk with the blood of the saints, man. Okay? Go ahead.
God, it says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
See that? Yep, go ahead.
For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the signs of the Most High.
All right. So,
I got a precept.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is 2 Corinthians 4:17. It says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, not at the things which are seen.
Right, and what's the things that are seen? The things that's right here before you. Okay? And that's why those who are not faith-based, they're not going to be able to receive the kingdom. Because when you're not faithful, you don't have faith, then you tend only gravitate to the things that you can see. Tangible things.
A quick precept. Yeah, this is back in Romans 8:24. For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope.
That's not hope. You ever notice, Jake, as you have a school, you want to see something, man. You need something tangible. You need a chalkboard, you know. How about we tell you, look, there's a kingdom out there. There's a vast future out there for us that Yahweh Shai has prepared for us, man. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, for we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope.
Right, so that's why you can't see the kingdom. As far as you be able to tell me, hey, look, man, in the kingdom, we're going to, there's only so much you can say. Because if you could tell me the ins and outs of the kingdom, then it won't be faith anymore. And West, I know what it is. Let's show you how bad the Lord is, man. We don't know what's out there, what's in front of us, man. But we have faith. And the fact that you have men risking their lives, walking away from different careers and whatever, for something that you really don't see. Go ahead, huh?
It said, for we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for it?
Right, so if you see it, why are you going to hope for it? You know? Go ahead.
But if that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it.
Right, because you ain't got no control. You're at the mercy of your how about some outside. I don't know. I don't know what this is going to be. You know See what I'm saying? So that's where patience comes in at. You're at the mercy of another power, you know what I mean? and you got to wait on them to present it to you. There's nothing you can do, right? So that's what we can reduce to. Oh, prisoners of hope, right? You got more over here?
Back in the 2 Corinthians.
Give me 1 Corinthians 2, and I think start at 8. What you got? Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah 64 and verse 4. For since the beginning of the world, men have not heard nor perceived by the ear.
Oh, that's the Spirit of the Lord. We finna get what that was reiterated.
Yeah, God.
So read that. You see how the Spirit works? Right, get that.
It says, for since the beginning of the world.
Oh, beginning of the world. Go ahead.
Men have not heard.
Men have not heard.
Nor perceived by the ear.
That means nobody can come back and say, hey, look, this is how the kingdom going to be. Nobody can tell you that. Hey, even when the Apostle Paul saw certain things, even that it was unlawful for him to even speak it. That's the Spirit of the Lord right there. Oh, man, you ain't going to know.
That waited for him.
Right, so the Lord have prepared something for us that eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. Meaning, can't nobody ear hustle and give you a report. Hey, man, this how it gives you an inkling of the kingdom. You know? Hey, even when you read about King Solomon and his reign, the provisions of King Solomon, you know. It gives you somewhat of a foreshadow on how the kingdom going to be. But that's still, as it concerns this realm. The kingdom of heaven entails going out beyond the planet Earth. And it tells you that in St. John. Matter of fact, get that too, St. John, the 14th chapter. Go ahead, out.
God, you want to start at verse 8?
Yep. I think 8 or 9.
9, yeah.
Right.
This is 1 Corinthians 2 and 9. It says, but as it is written, I have not seen.
Well, all right, not I, in you know, as it concerns you. Meaning nobody have ever reported such a thing. Go ahead.
Neither have entered into the heart of a man.
Oh, meaning you don't have the mental capacity to even think about what the kingdom like. That's why you're going to need new bodies to be able to even endure. Man, you can't even endure the kingdom in this body. You can't go in the kingdom. That's why the scripture said flesh and blood should not enter into the kingdom, man. You can't endure what's going on in this body, man. As in relation to the kingdom. No, this body is not going to be able to stand, you know, in connection with the kingdom of heaven. You're going to need a new body, man, to be able to coexist. Now, brothers, you know, and brothers, you know, come up with certain scenarios, you know, yeah, man, I'm going to have, and I'm going to have, you know, I'm going to have a gold, it's going to be gold decked out. I'm going to have a damn, a sea, I'm going to have a lake in the living room, you know, a sea, you know, in the front room with whales in it. Man, that's going to, hey, read that again, man. As bad as that is, right?
But that's a ceiling.
That's just that. You only scratched the surface, man.
God, it says, 1 Corinthians 5, but as it is written, I have not seen nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of a man that the things I have prepared for them that love him.
See that? It haven't even entered into in your heart, in your mind, the thing that the Lord has prepared to you. And you know what backs that up? Let's get it. St. John 14th chapter.
Let me start at.
With the 2.
Talking about the many mansions.
Start at the top.
Yeah. This John 14 and verse 1, it says, let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in the Most High, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions.
Right, and that's dealing with that vast universe out there, which I saw it somewhere on my news feed. A brother put up a video, or it was a post or somewhere. Yeah, they just found out how the universe is still expanding or something like that. Right, that's the Lord's house, you know. And the many mansions is what? The planets.
It stretched the heavens like a curve.
It stretched the heavens like a curve. You can get that. And Yahweh Shai has been creating these planets ever since he left. That's why when you go into like when they first started making, the Lord didn't allow nobody to come up with a telescope till after Yahweh Shai went back. You know, it's almost like, hey, man, I ain't got nothing prepared yet. I don't want you to look in the house yet until I start preparing, you know? Hey, real talk, when you go into, I don't know which one of the devils was Galileo.
I think it probably was.
You know, first they started seeing all these planets, you know, through telescopes. That was after nobody had that technology before that because it wasn't nothing going on for real. Yeah, you had the heavenly bodies you had the heavens, but the Lord went to create these planets that you see now after he went back. Matter of fact, let's read it.
This is the book of St. John 14 and 2 again.
With the word, man.
In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you.
Yeah, so our Lord went out there after he, you know, went back into the heavens. He went and started preparing planets, you know, preparing habitations, if you will, for the elect. Because this kingdom of ours is going to be so vast to where it's not, the planet Earth is not going to be able to hold us, man. We're going to have to go out far beyond. And you know what proves that this is true? Just look at Esau. Why Esau goddamn making spacesuits? Because they're trying to mimic, they're trying to make a replica of the spiritual bodies, man. And why would they even believe? You know what? There's a possibility for me to go out into heaven because it's in the scriptures, man. That was promised to us, and Esau is coveting that blessing. All right, go ahead.
Verse 4.
There's more over there.
A little bit. Verse 3. It It says, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive.
Woo! And that's where the return, that spectacular and breathtaking return of Yahushua comes in. He said, look, if I go and do that, then I return to come, get you. Matter of fact, go ahead.
It says, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, that ye may be also.
See? So the kingdom is going to stretch far beyond the planet Earth. We're going to actually be able to dwell out in the heavens. See? All right, so let's go where you at.
Yeah, this is Psalm 104, and I'm going to start at 1. Bless the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty, who covers thyself with light as with a garment, who stretches out the heavens like a curtain.
Right, so the Lord is constantly expanding the heavens, which means what? This is perpetual. This is it ain't like the heavens got a cutoff point. See, so you see where this is going to be a never-ending story. This is not going to be, well, okay, we're at the end of it, now let's just sit back. No, it's going to be, that's why we're going to have these new bodies. And that's why you can't really fathom the ways of the Lord. That's why when you read Isaiah the 55th chapter, when you got to get it, it tells you how his ways are way beyond hey, the scriptures say, as the heavens is above the earth. Now you know how the best in the sky. That's how you simplify that. Walk out your house and look up in the sky and see how far beyond the sky and the heavens is to your ass. Even if you was on a damn skyscraper building, you'll feel as if that was high. Well, how much more? So that's how far beyond the Lord's thoughts is in yours.
He looking down on the stars.
He looked down, yeah. The Lord looking down on the earth, on the heavens. Yeah. Matter of fact, what's that? I believe is 2nd Ezra where it says his throne is inestimable.
Oh yes,
the 8th chapter, 5th chapter.
I think it's 5 or 8. It might be. Let's see.
5 and 20 or 8 and 20. I think it goes into that how the Lord looked down on the heavens.
Let's see.
What are you at 5?
Yeah, 5. Let's see. Let's see.
Try 8 if it's not that.
It might be 8 and 20. Let's see. Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, this is 2nd Ezra 8 and 20. It says, "O Lord." Matter of fact, let's see. Yeah, 8 verse 20 says, "O Lord."
Oh, thou that dwelleth in everlastingness. Hey, you can't comprehend that. The Lord dwelleth in everlastingness, man. Go ahead.
It says, "Which beholdest from above."
Okay, which beholdest from above. Go ahead.
Things in the heaven.
Oh, so that means the things in the heaven that you looking up to, the Lord looked down on. The Lord looking down at the heavens. And here it is, you scrunching. Oh, and you're not even looking, you just looking in the first level of the heavens.
Yeah.
You're not looking into, the universe, that kind of the second phase, if you will, the second wave. The heavenly bodies. You can only see a spark, the little specks. Go ahead.
It said, "Which beholdest from above things in the heaven and in the air."
See? So the things in the air for you is at the bottom of the Lord, man. Go ahead.
Whose throne is inestimable.
Yeah, his throne is inestimable, man. Meaning you can't measure the power of Yahweh Shemel Shai in his reign. I'm going to give you an example of that with the scripture talking about. You can look at Trump and say, yeah, I can estimate your throne. You rule the United States. I can measure your rulership. Or Kim Jong-un, which, did y'all hear the news? I don't know if y'all heard the news. Kim Jong-un was supposed to be dead. All right? But Trump might have killed him. This regime right here, They might have, he called him the Rocket Man. Hey, it's about to go down out here, man. All right, World War III is in play. That's why the scriptures tell you how just when these devils try to start eating, the Lord going to, the milk is going to be coming at any time. Look, we were just bringing out some information. Oh, the brother, shout out to the brother Nathan, y'all what's up, man. He sent me some information, right? Well, out here in San Francisco, it's a little town on the outskirts of San Francisco where they said, look, we want to be the first trendsetters for Americans in American cities. We're gonna test each and every person in our community. You know what I mean?
Come on, man.
So this thing is speeding up. That microchip is going to be made mandated, and before you know it, the missiles is coming. All right, go ahead.
God, it says, whose throne is 8 to 21, whose throne is inestimable.
Right, so you can't comprehend the jurisdiction that Yahweh Shema shall have, man.
Whose glory may not be comprehended.
See, there you go. You can't comprehend the glory of Yahweh Shema. So you see how heavy that is, man? Go ahead.
But for whom the host of angels stand with trembling.
Right, now, if you was to see an angel, yo, give up the ghost, guaranteed. If an angel pop, now I ain't talking about if an angel, that's what show mercy, they'll pop up looking like you. Yep. Man, you see an angel in his natural habitat, man, you going to give up ghost. They're going to find you, you know what I mean? Your garment. There's a pocket for laid out. You know, you ain't ready for that, all right? But guess what? The highest archangels, they stand in awe of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Nope. But guess who's sitting next to Yahweh Shema Shah? Yahweh Shah.
That's it.
Hey, matter of fact, give me
to my
43, around the end.
Yep.
Now you got one angel can destroy the entire planet Earth. Yet they stand trembling at the sight of Yahweh Shema Shah. So imagine that power. You know, the power of powers. Yet Yahweh Shah is sitting next to him on the throne. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
There's 2 Ezra.
Who can magnify him as it is?
Oh, you talking about that's a rock, man.
Oh, Sirach.
Yep,
what I said?
Oh,
yeah.
That's Sirach, yeah.
Yeah, Sirach 42 or 43 or one of them.
Yep. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sirach 43, and I'm gonna start at 29.
Mm-hmm.
It says the Lord is terrible and very great.
Yeah.
And marvelous in His power.
Yeah, marvelous in His power. Go ahead.
It said, when you glorify the Lord, exalt Him as much as you can.
Right. You do. Hey, look, man, you've been called to perform the service of Yahweh Shema Shah. You better go hard body, man. You got to go hard body for the Lord. Mm-hmm. Can't have this approach. Yeah, I get it. Man, you got to work, man. And that's the standard we set, starting with the apostles and elders, you know, here at Great Millstone. Which, by the way, Great Millstone, which that was ordained by the Lord, okay? Us having this title, right? Yep. A millstone symbolizes work. It symbolizes the grind. So that's why even Yahweh Shah in St. John the 4th chapter said, look, my meat is to do the will of the Lord and to finish His work. So that's why we know that we come under that in that spirit. See? Mm-hmm. So that's why this wrote. Mm-hmm. Read that again.
He said, when you glorify the Lord, exalt Him as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
For even yet, when He far exceed.
Right. So here it is. You trying to exalt the Lord. Here it is. We trying, you know, our feeble attempt to try to exalt the Lord. Man, the Lord far exceed what we trying to tell you. Mm-hmm. Good.
She would say, you don't told me to have.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah, the queen, she said, you only told me to have. And guess what? They was telling her outstanding stories. You know what proved that? Because she took a damn trip all the way over there to see him, man. Yep. She set up a caravan and went way over there to see King Solomon. Yep. So that means they was telling her outlandish shit. Mm-hmm. They were talking about time travel, all kind of shit. But guess what? When she got there, it far exceeded that.
Yep, that's it.
Go ahead.
It says, and when ye exalt Him, put forth all your strength,
mm-hmm.
and be not weary, for you can never go far enough.
Mm-hmm.
Who have seen Him, that He might tell us, and who can magnify Him as He is?
Right, so who can magnify the Lord as He is? That's a question. But there is a person that can magnify Him as He is. And that's Yahweh Shah. Go ahead.
It says, there are yet hid greater things than these be,
mm-hmm.
for we have seen but a few of His works.
Yep, and when you think about the works of the Lord, like, for an example, man, like the animals, the beasts of the field, even when you consider you, yourself, That's why King David said, I'm fearfully, wonderfully made. Yep. Man, you consider yourself, man, this is a marvel right here, man. You got all these veins, you know. You got arteries, even running through your eyeballs and shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying, man? So, I mean, that's just a spark of the works of the Lord. You consider trees and different forms of animals. Animals can take flight. When you look at a bird flying, if you're in the right spirit, you glorify the Lord. Like, look at that, man. Animals just took flight. You know, you got certain animals that swim deep, you know, the ocean floor. Oh, the brother sent me a video. Well, he sent everybody a video where you got octopus. They have dreams, man. Which all these animals have dreams. Damn dogs and shit like that. And guess who's orchestrating their dreams? How about myself? That means you got, come on, man. The Lord got the time to put dreams in all these animals' head, in your head. You got a certain makeup. You got things you like, things you don't like, things you cringe at, things you invite, things that's welcoming to you, things that you'll reject. Certain women you like, certain food, a certain taste. Man, the Lord designed you that way. And only one person would be enough to marvel at. Hey, if I was to somehow create a human being, I'd win a Nobel fucking Peace Prize. You know? Different nations. And amongst these different nations, they got different taste buds, different delicacies, different music, genres of music. See what I'm saying? Then not to mention you got your midgets and and dwarfs. So the Lord is out there, all right? And I said all that to say this, we only seen a spark of his works. Yep. See? So you got something over there?
Yeah, I got that.
Right,
it's the book of Sirach 42 and verse start at 21. It says, and he hath garnished the excellent works of his wisdom, and he is from everlasting to everlasting.
Woo! He is from everlasting to everlasting. You can't box off the Lord's existence. We know the Lord, he popped up here in this date. No. Hey, that's enough to make you lose it. Yeah. Someone that it's no creation. Come on, man. We talking about a power that wasn't created. He was just there. See what you facing? Go ahead.
It says, unto him may nothing be added, neither can he be diminished.
Right, meaning what? You can't assess the Lord and come up with no. You can only go by what Yahweh Shai present to you. That's why the scriptures say, whoever lets the Son reveal. Matter of fact, you give me that out real quick. If you could, get that. Read that again.
It says, and he is from everlasting. Unto him may nothing be added, neither can he be diminished, and he have no need of any counselor.
Right, yeah. Go ahead.
It says, oh, how desirable are all his works.
Yeah, because even Esau, everybody want to know what's beyond, the planet. Everybody has something in them. If you got some type of a mind, you want to know, even if it's a low level. You want to know, simple jakes. They want to know, like, what happens when I die. Everybody got something that they desire to know. That means you desire his works. Go ahead, read that again.
It's Sirach 42 in verse 22. It says, oh, how desirable are all his works, and that a man may see even a spark.
Right, so if you could just see a spark of his works, that'll be satisfying. All right, that was it on that?
Yes,
all right, go ahead.
Okay, this St. Luke 10.
And who can show you these works? Who can convey to you the Lord, as he is, if you will? Well, we're going to get the scripture. Go ahead.
Okay, this St. Luke 10 in 22, it says, all things are delivered to me of my Father, and no man...
Hey, that's bad. Let's read that one more time.
Okay, it said, all things are delivered to me of my Father, and no man...
And the scripture said all things. Go ahead.
It said, and no man...
And that's why we worship Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right.
Because he has been given the jurisdiction over all things. And that's spoken of in, what's that? If you want to get that, go ahead and get that.
Okay.
Because you got these Old Testament dudes, and that's one thing that grind my gears like I used to do the You want to know what grind my gears, man? You Old Testament niggas, man. And also these Negro-only Israelites. Them the two things that make me, man, you know what I mean? But you Old Testament dudes who don't see worship in Yahweh Shai, man, you got a heavy judgment going to fall upon you, man. And that's pursuing the Psalms, the second chapter.
Yep.
All right? So go ahead, get what you got.
Con, this is St. Matthew 28 and 18. And Yahweh Shai came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth.
Yeah, all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. See? All right, go ahead.
God, I got a quick precept for that too. This is Revelations 5, and I'm gonna start at verse 7. It says, and he came and took the book out of the right hand of him that sat upon the throne. And when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of the saints. So as you see, when the Lord took the book out of the Most High's hand, the 420 elders and the 4 beasts worship Yahweh Shai, man.
Yep.
They worship the Most High. Then when the Lord took the book, they started worshiping Yahweh Shai, man. Yep. You know?
Yep, and that right there shows you, and those 24 elders, those angels, you know? Hey, Shalom, I'm the one, I got you, I just hook you up if you still there. You should be, yep, I got him on as a moderator. I got you on as a moderator, Yep, go ahead, read that again.
Yeah, I got that. Back in that Luke, St. Luke 10 and 22. All things are delivered to me of my Father, and no man knoweth who the Son is but the Father.
Right, so no man knoweth who the Son is but the Father. Go ahead.
And who the Father is but the Son.
And who the Father is but the Son. Meaning only Yahweh Shai can reveal unto you Yahweh. And the Lord is revealing us enough about what we know, nobody knows. What we know concerning, for an example, the fact that the Lord is not only geared to one emotion. He kills and he makes alive. That's something Yahweh Shai revealed unto us. And how did he reveal it to us? Through the scriptures. Matter of fact, give me Deuteronomy 29 and 29 real quick. Hey, the water, yeah, the boy Rob. Yeah. The brother got rid of him, man.
This is Deuteronomy.
The water, Hey, the brother's like, finally. Yeah, I know he was a pest, man. Yeah, go ahead,
Deuteronomy 29:29. The secret things belong to the Lord our power.
Right, so everything belongs to the Lord. Go ahead.
It says, but those which are revealed.
But the things that are revealed, go ahead.
Belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the works of this law.
So, how did the Lord reveal these things to us? By way of Yahweh Shai. All right? You get something else?
No.
All right, so let's get that again.
It says St. Luke 10 and 22. All things are delivered to me of my Father, and no man knoweth who the Son is, but the Father.
Yep, no man knows who the Father, read that the Son is. Go ahead.
It said, and no man knoweth who the Son is, but the Father, and who the Father is, but the Son, and he to whom the Son will reveal him.
Right, so in order for you to know anything concerning the Heavenly Father Yahweh Shai got to reveal it to you. And again, how did the Lord reveal it? Through the scriptures. So the understanding of the scriptures is actually understanding Yahweh by Shemel Shai. So you got something else?
No, I ain't got nothing else.
All right, so now let's go to Isaiah, the second chapter.
You must start at the top on that right now. Yeah, this is Isaiah. So like this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 2. And in verse 1, it says, the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem.
Oh, concerning who?
Judah and Jerusalem.
So what we about to read is going to be concerning the nation of Israel. Judah is somebody to the southern kingdom. Jerusalem is somebody to the northern kingdom. All right, go ahead.
It says, and it shall come to pass in the last days.
No, the scripture said, and it shall come to pass. That's somebody to a future prophecy. And the last days is now and beyond. See, that's the thing about the last days. It's not a cutoff point. It's not like, okay, that's the last days and this it. Oh, that's it. No. The last days is from now, really going 2,000 years ago, when Yahushua came on the earth. That's why the Spirit had what Herod was trying to kill Yahushua. Because Yahushua marked the start of Esau's ending. Okay, read that again.
It said, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mount of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains.
Yeah, the kingdom of heaven shall be established. Give me second Ezra, not second Ezra, but Daniel, the second chapter. I think what's that, the 40th? Get that.
Okay. This is Daniel chapter 2 and 44. And in the days of these kings,
which is now, that's symbolic to this conglomerates of kingdoms, right? What you have in the form of the EU, the UN, these different nations that have these seats, the beast systems. This is a conglomerate of kingdoms. All right, go ahead.
It says, in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom.
Oh, set up or established. That's what we just read in Isaiah the second chapter, that the Lord would establish the mountain of the Lord's house. See? That's the time we're in now. Go ahead, read it again.
It said, in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed.
Which shall never be destroyed. Meaning what? It will be a never-ending story. Yep. It'll never be a point in this story where the end. Hey, and guess what? That you can't comprehend that. We just doing our best, our due service and duty to just bring this out, you know. But it's nothing you can frame. It'll never be a point. The end. This is going to go forever. Matter of fact, read it again.
It says,
and we're going to show you that as we move forward in this lesson, that the scriptures support that idea, that this is a never-ending story. Go ahead.
He said, in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed.
Yep.
And the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
Yep.
But it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms.
Yeah, which is a fulfillment of what? Revelation, the second chapter, 26 and 27 verse. Yep. How we going to beat you with a rod of iron. That's what that's going into. Go ahead.
He said, and it shall stand forever.
Whoa, see, it shall stand forever. Now, since you're in the book of Daniel, go to 7th chapter and the 27th verse. You got something? All right, go ahead.
This is second slide. This is Daniel's chapter 7 and 27. It said, and the kingdom and dominion.
And the kingdom and what?
And dominion.
And dominion.
And the greatness of the kingdom.
Hear that? And the greatness of the kingdom. What's going to make it great? Because it's never going to fall, man.
Yep, that's it.
Who have seen such a thing? Hey, when you go back to the contemporaries of Darius. Or that's an inside, you know what I mean? But hey, when you go back in the ancient Babylonians, you know, the contemporaries at that time of those different rulerships, they didn't see that kingdom falling. They thought that was a firm grip on power. They thought that kingdom was going. They thought everything was laid out. Oh, these dudes got it. Yep. So who else said such a thing where a kingdom have never fallen, man? That's what we're dealing with right here. This is what we signed up for. This is what we lay our hope in. See? Read that again.
It said, this is Daniel 7 and 27, and the kingdoms and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom.
A never-ending. One day you wake up, well, this is it. Man, you're going to continue. That's why the information came out about how the universe is still expanding. Once we get into that phase, it's going to be more to look forward to. Yep. And once we conquer that, it's going to be more to look forward to. That's how the kingdom going to be set up. That's why, again, the scripture said, eyes have not seen the light affliction. Yep. The scripture talk about how the Lord smote us in his wrath. He said also, if you can find it, you can get it.
It's in Isaiah. Yep.
You know, the best way you can frame it, you know, like, you batter a woman, man. And you, in your wrath, right? You backhand her.
Yep.
Now she's balled up in the corner, and you have compassion on her. And then you back. See what I'm saying? Let's get it.
Isaiah 60:10. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings.
That's bad. I wanted to go into that too. Yeah, Isaiah the 60th chapter. So go ahead and read that.
It said, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee.
Right, and it said that kings shall minister unto thee. They're dealing with these world leaders that you see now. They're gonna be your servants. Yep. Kim Jong-un, he woke up in the kingdom. Or when he wake up, the Lord bad. If he did, I mean, I ain't sure about the report. It might be legit, because North Korea is real seclusive and. It ain't gonna be too much on it, but it could be 100. But if he dead, the Lord could bring him back, right back, But around the third or fourth generation, the kingdom will be set up. Yep. He gonna come back as a servant under us. Read that again.
It says, "And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee."
The word minister goes into serve. So these kings, Kim Jong-un, Vladimir Putin. This guy Trudeau, I think that's his name, up in Canada. Oh, yeah. All these different rulers who's kings, they're going to be our servants in the kingdom.
Yep.
Which, by the way, when you read right here in Isaiah the 60th chapter, what we read is dealing with the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
It says, "For in my wrath I smote thee."
Right. When the Lord was mad at us, he backhanded us, he battered us. Go ahead.
"But in my favor I have mercy on thee."
And that's going to be something that you can't comprehend. The mercy that the Lord is going to bestow upon us, man. It's going to translate to an everlasting kingdom. You know what I'm saying? All right, come on. It's going to, and know what I'm saying? We could go into the scriptures on this. It's not like something we concocted. This is what the Lord has promised to his elect. And it's going to actually spill over to Israel. We brought that up last night, how the elect is somewhat the root. Like if you could cut down a tree, but as long as that root, they're that root. All right. So by the Lord showing His mercy to the elect, that's going to actually benefit the nation of Israel. Okay. So now let's go back. Okay. Oh, you got something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Going back to 2 Corinthians 4, verse 18, it said, "While we look not at the things which are seen, but the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal."
See, the kingdom is eternal. All right? It's a never-ending kingdom. It's a never-ending story. All right? So, if you ain't got nothing, let's go back to where you was at.
Right,
read that again.
Cut it back in Daniel 7:27. The kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom.
And the greatness of the kingdom. Scriptures, this is emphatic, man. It's boasted in the kingdom. All right, go ahead.
"Under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him." See
that? So this is going to be an everlasting thing. You got something? All right, now give me Psalm 145 and start at the top.
It's the book of Psalms, 145:1. "I will install thee my power, O King. I will bless thy name forever and ever. Every day will I bless thee."
Right, and this is dealing with the men that you see now. Every day we are blessing the Lord. Which to bless the Lord and to show your love as it concerns the Lord in relation to your power is more so an action indeed. That's why it's all about work. It got to be indeed. It can't be just "Oh, I love you, Lord." You pacing back and forth in the house, man. You show your Lord you show your love to the Lord, and you bless Him by doing what He commanded you to do. And that's why when you read the parable of the two sons, well, one of them said, "I will go out and work today." See, it's all about deed. But he didn't go, so he was just talking shit. But the one who said he ain't going to go, he actually went. And the scripture say, which one of these did, which twain of these two, actually did the will of the Lord. It was the one that did the work. So what you're witnessing right now is the men, taking action. We the ones, and really, great millstone. We say that humbly. Now you do got other groups out there that put, but there's levels to this thing, you know. Everybody can't really be on the same level anyway. You know, you have the forerunners, and you know, you have the prototype, so to speak, and you have spin-offs, and it all is a saying, nothing is better as the original, you know. So the Spirit has rested upon the men here at Great Millstone. All right, give me real quick. I think there's Psalms 1, and I think start at 13.
All right, Con, this Psalm 132 and 13. For the Lord have chosen Zion.
Yep, the Lord have chosen Zion. But that word chosen is key right there. When you go into the idea of something chosen, it goes into the elect, to be elected or picked out. So that's you got to kind of read between the lines. When it says the Lord have chosen Zion, that's dealing with the elect right there. When you read on, it's going to show you that. Go ahead.
So for the Lord have chosen Zion, he have desired it for his habitation.
Meaning the Spirit of the Lord is dwelling amongst us. Go ahead.
This is my rest forever.
See, go ahead.
Here,
forever, the everlasting kingdom. Go ahead.
Here will I dwell.
Yeah, meaning the Spirit of the Lord is upon us. He is dwelling within us. Go ahead.
For I have desired it.
You see that? All right, continue.
I will abundantly bless her provision. Satisfy her poor with bread.
See, that's this. So Zion. See what I'm saying? That's dealing with the elect. All right, so let's go back.
God, this back in Psalm 145 and 2. Every day would I bless thee.
So that's dealing with a certain of Israel. Every day are we not Barakati? Every day are we not doing lessons? And us per se as a body, you know, the men here at Great Millstone, every day as a unit is bringing forth this word. Okay, go ahead.
It said, every day would I bless thee, I will praise thy name forever and ever. Great is the Lord and greatly to be praised.
Yeah.
And shall praise thy works to another.
Hey, that's weird. This is that generation. One generation shall praise thy works to another. So we the ones that's pretty much revealing the Lord unto you. That's why when you read Jeremiah, the 9th chapter, it says those that glory in the fact that they know and understand me. See? Go ahead.
It says, great is the Lord and greatly to be praised, and his greatness is unsearchable. Select it. Verse 4. It says, one generation shall praise thy works to another, and shall declare thy mighty acts.
Stone with the apostles. Go ahead.
I will speak of the glorious.
See, that lets you know that that's talking about this forum of teaching. We speaking. See, read that again.
God, it says, I will speak of the glorious honor of thy majesty.
See that? Go ahead.
And of
we just got scriptures on that. We just been speaking on that. So you can't make that up. We just speaking how the Lord is above everything. Can't make that up, man.
It says, and of thy wondrous works.
Yep, go ahead.
And men speak of the might of thy terrible acts.
Hey, we the only group that do the raw form of the scriptures. We tell you that the Lord will kill you. Okay? See that?
That's it.
Go ahead.
And I will declare thy greatness. They shall abundantly utter the memory of thy great goodness.
See that? And how you do that? The memory, going into these records.
Yep. That's it.
We're going, you know, we make it known the works of the Lord, which it had become dormant, if you will. With Esau and rulership, they pitched and packaged to you another Jesus. You know, a sweet Jesus. You know what I mean? And God. And now we make it known. We going into we bringing back the memory. Oh, you ever saw like Freddy Krueger? Remember the movie where they was like the only reason Freddy Krueger could come back is when they start thinking about it, remember.
That's it. Yeah.
That's the spirit. If you forgot about him, he'll go away.
Damn.
That's why you see how everything's spiritual? They would say, no, don't talk about him. Don't talk about him. Because if you talk about him, then he's going to come and wreak havoc. The Lord set us up. Now we bringing back the old memories of Yahweh Basri outside. Yeah, the book of remembrance. Yeah. That's David, right? Yeah. Through the spirit, yep. Go ahead. We have to go back and watch that now. yeah, go ahead.
It says, They shall abundantly utter the memory of thy great goodness,
Mm-hmm.
and shall sing of thy righteousness.
Woo! That's Revelation the 14th chapter. This is a song. Right? These instruments come in the form of tablets and smartphones and laptops and computers. These are the instruments that we playing well, and we singing unto you a song. Revelation the 14th chapter. What's that? Matthew? Is that Matthew 11 chapter?
Yeah, Matthew 11. Yep.
We're piping a song unto you. We put on a song and dance. We're a spectacle, right? Read that again.
It says, they shall abundantly utter the memory of thy great goodness, and shall sing righteousness.
Go ahead.
The Lord is gracious and full of compassion.
Yeah. How is that so? Because he gave us this knowledge. Man, do you understand to retain knowledge is the ultimate act of mercy? Case in point, when you forget somebody's name or something, you know they call it brain freeze. That's the most helpless point in your life. Nothing you can do to remember that. Only the Lord can bring that back. See, that's how, and this understanding is like, it's slippery. You could lose it. That's why Yahweh said, hold fast. Go ahead.
It said, the Lord is gracious and full of compassion, slow to anger, and of great mercy. It says, the Lord is good to all, and his tender mercies are over all his works.
Right, now what's the works of the Lord, man? We the works of the Lord.
That's it.
Scripture says it's good to all. See, somebody see, the Lord loves all. He said, no, that's all of his works. And what's the works of the Lord? The house of David. Then now it tells you in Amos the 9th chapter that the Lord will once more rebuild the tabernacle. That's his work. Matter of fact, give me I think that's Psalms 147 up.
Let's see. To my build up Jerusalem. Let's see. Let's see.
So let's see what the works of the Lord is. The scripture says he's good to all his works. All right? Yeah, he created Esau. Yeah, he created the other nations. But his works is the house of David. That's what he built. See? And you know what else proved that when you read Psalms 127, where it said, at least the Lord build a house. Right?
God, this Psalm 147:2. The Lord doth build Jerusalem.
Oh, see? The Lord built Jerusalem, right? Now that's talking about Jerusalem, the Israel of the Most High, the house of
gathered together the outcasts of Israel.
Now who is the outcast that gathered his elect? So that's his works. Now let's go back.
Back in Psalm 145 and verse 10. It says, all thy works shall praise thee.
Now that proves that ain't talking about everybody. Because it's these atheists praising Yahweh. Go ahead.
It says, they shall speak of the glory of thy
Every word speaker. Oh, hold up now. Hold up, man. Read that again, huh?
It says, they shall speak of the glory of thy kingdom.
Is that this lesson is dedicated to the glory of the kingdom of heaven? And not just tonight, but overall. The overtone of this ministry here at Great Millstone is the kingdom of heaven. We speak of the glory of the kingdom. And it says speak. It didn't say emulate or, a reenactment. It says speak. That lets you know that this is the setting is a teacher-student dynamic. This is class. That's why wisdom is a key component to this understanding. That's why you see the word wisdom thrown around. What pleased the Lord in relation to his son Yahweh Shai? Wisdom. He asked for wisdom. What Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter, 28th verse say? Lord loved none that he that dwelleth with wisdom. This is a class, and this is how you get rid of a nigga. Niggas always skip class. Niggas got a short attention span. So this is how you rid out the undesirables. And it's subtle as a teaching. We ain't got to go through, licking you up and down. I don't know about it. No, we ain't got to do that. Just bring out scriptures, bring out information, and whoever stays, they was meant, Go ahead.
It says, they shall speak of the glory of thy kingdom and talk of thy power.
See, and talk of thy power, go ahead.
To make known to the sons of men his mighty acts in the glorious majesty of his kingdom.
Oh, and the glorious majesty of his kingdom. Go ahead.
Thy kingdom is...
Read the what?
Thy kingdom is an everlasting kingdom.
Thy kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. Read that again and finish it off.
It says thy kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and thy dominion endureth throughout all generations.
A never-ending story, man. So that's what we just signed up for. Never again we have to look over our shoulder. Never again you're going to be plagued with the anxiety of dying or the anxiety of feeling an end. No, this is the end. No, here in this lifetime you might feel a certain presence of euphoria. Man, that shit coming to an end, man. You might be a woman in the form of woman or whatever. That's coming to an end here. But guess what? In the kingdom, it's going to be everlasting, all right? So you got something? So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rekakwadash. Double honors to our teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the fellow laborers out there that's also pushing out this word in our true faith and sincerity. And to you believers as well. The brothers and sisters alike, the Akim and Aqua that subscribe to this truth. Shalom to you all. Till the next time, Shalom.
Shalom. DTA, Abab.